Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn new chapter, circles. So let me write circle definition first. So circle definition: the path of all the points, which are equidistant from fixed point. So it is a path of all the points which are equidistant from a fixed point. So this we are going to define it as a circle, which is nothing but combination of all the points. If we join all the points, we are going to get a circle. So there is one fixed point which we will call it as the center of the circle. Here O is called center of circle. Next, if I draw a line from center to any point on the circle, we are going to define it as a radius. Now OA is called radius of circle. So OA will be radius of circle here. Next, if I join any two points on the circle, let us suppose this is CD. So if I join any two points on the circle, this I am going to denote it as a chord. So CD is called chord of a circle. It means that if I join any two points on the circle, we are going to call it as a chord. Next, if I join any two points on the circle which is passing through the center of the circle, let me given it as X and Y. So XY we are going to call it as diameter of a circle. XY we are going to call it as diameter of a circle. It means that it is also one of the chord, but the biggest chord in a circle will be the diameter. So we can call it as diameter as the biggest chord. We can write it as biggest chord of a circle. We are going to call it as a diameter. So here we are defined it radius, chord and diameter of a circle. Later we can define, we have the various major segment, minor segment, major arc, minor arc, sector and all those factors. So let us define all those factors first. Next, let us talk about first sector. So if I want to define sector, so let me draw a figure first. So this is a circle. In this circle, this is the center of the circle. So the region bounded between two radius and an arc. The region bounded by or covered by two radii. The region bounded by two radii and an arc. We are going to call it as a sector. So here OAB is a sector. So this is called as sector. So since it is having minor arc, we are going to call it as minor sector. If it is the remaining part, we are going to call it as major sector. Here AOB is minor sector and ACB is major sector. ACB is major sector. Since it is coming under minor arc, we are going to call it as minor sector. Since it is coming under major arc, we are going to call it as major sector. Next, let us define tangent to a circle. So tangent to a circle, if a line touches the circle at one point. If a line touches the circle at one point, we are going to call it as a tangent to a circle. So let us suppose this is a circle. So for this circle, we are drawing a tangent from one point. So this is called as tangent O. So let us suppose this is A, O. So we are going to call it as AP is the tangent to a circle. AP is tangent to a circle. AP is tangent to a circle. It means that this line is touching to the circle at only one point, so we can call it as tangent to a circle. Similarly, we can say that secant to a circle. So secant to a circle is nothing but for the same circle, if a line is touching at two distinct points in the circle, let us suppose this is P, this is A, this is B. So this PB is called secant. PB is called secant to a circle. PB we are going to call it as secant to a circle. So it touches the circle at two distinct points. It touches the circle at two distinct points. So if the circle is touching at two distinct, if a line is touching to the circle at two distinct points, we are going to call it as secant to a circle. If a line is touching at only one point, we are going to call it as tangent to a circle. Next, let us see the theorem related to circles. So the theorem statement is, if a tangent is drawn to a circle, if a tangent is drawn to a circle, then if a tangent is drawn to a circle, if a tangent is drawn to a circle, then it is perpendicular to, it should be perpendicular to radius through the point of contact. Through the point of contact. Through the point of contact. So point of contact is nothing but, let us draw a circle here. So for this circle, let this be the tangent. So X and Y be the tangent. Let P be the point where it is touching, and O be the center of the circle, and OP be the radius. So let us start proving this theorem. So given, first what are given in the question? XY is the tangent. XY is tangent to a circle. OP is the radius. OP is radius. And P is point of contact. Point of contact. It means that where the tangent and radius will touches, that point is called as point of contact. So we need to prove that OP is perpendicular to XY. OP is perpendicular to XY, we need to prove. So this is the symbol of perpendicular. So let us start the proof. So while proving, let a point M be on tangent XY. On tangent XY. Let M be the point on tangent XY. So let us suppose this is the point M. So join OM. Join OM. Let me join OM here. So while I am joining, I am joining with dotted lines. So join OM. Now here, why we are drawing only the point M outside of the circle means if I draw inside of the circle, it will become secant to a circle. So our concept is only tangent. That's why we need to mention the point outside of the circle. So after joining OM, so we can clearly see that so the length of OM will be more than length of OP. So length of OM, if we measure the length from O to M, O to P, it will be more. Why? Because OP is the radius, OM is more than the radius. So I can write simply that OM is greater than OP. So for every point on XY tangent, for every point on XY tangent, it will be more than radius. It will be more than radius except so it will be more than the radius. It will be more than the radius except at point P. At point P. So OP is the only shortest one. OP is the shortest length. OP is the shortest length. Therefore, we can say that OP is perpendicular to XY. So that is the proof what we require. So OP is perpendicular to XY. It means that if we draw any point on the XY, it will not be as such as small which is there OP. So OP is called as OP is perpendicular to XY. Right. We will see the next concept. So number of tangents on a circle. Let us see number of tangents to a circle. So totally there are 3 cases for drawing the number of tangents to a circle. Let us suppose the case 1 here. Case 1, if point is inside, if point lies inside the circle, if point lies inside the circle. So let us draw a circle first. So if the point P is a point which is lying inside the circle, so there will be no tangent. Number of tangents are 0. So there will be no tangent in this case we can draw. So case number 2, second situation, if point lies on the circle, if point lies on the circle, so second situation, if point is there on the circle, let us suppose this is the point P, so number of tangents we can draw is 1. So one tangent we can draw. We can draw one tangent. Next case 3 here. If the point lies outside the circle, if the point lies outside the circle, then we can draw 2 tangents. So here we can see that this is the circle. For this circle there is an external point. From this external point we can draw 2 tangents. So this is the point P, this is O, this is A, this is B. So at most we can draw 2 tangents to a circle. So these are the 3 cases of drawing number of tangents to a circle. Next, let us see one theorem. So the theorem statement is that the tangents drawn from external point, tangents which are drawn from external point are equal. So let us take a circle. So in this circle where external point is P, so PA is one tangent and PB is another tangent and center of the circle is O. So let us write given. So in given, PA and PB are the two tangents. PA and PB are the two tangents here, and O is the center of circle. O is the center of circle. So O is the center of the circle, and OA and OB are the radius. OA and OB are the radius to the circle. So let us draw the OA here and OB, which are radius to the circle. So to prove in this, we need to prove that PA is equals to PB. PA is equals to PB. So we'll start the proof here. So in this proof, PA is tangent and OA is radius. PA is tangent and OA is radius. So we can say that PA is perpendicular to OA is perpendicular to PA. According to the theorem what we have discussed just now, that a tangent which will from the radius it will be exactly perpendicular and through the point of contact. Here also it will be perpendicular. So here we can write according to the theorem. According to the theorem statement what we have discussed just now. So OA is perpendicular to PA. Similarly, PB is tangent. So PB is tangent and OB is radius. So here we can say that OB is perpendicular to PB. Similarly, according to the theorem we can write according to the theorem. So according to the theorem, now let us join OP here. Join OP. If I join OP, now I am going to get two triangles here. So let us take two triangles in triangle OAP and triangle OBP and triangle OBP. So if you observe this triangle OAP and OBP, angle OAP is equals to angle OBP. Why? Because these two are right angles. And OP is equals to OP. Why? Because this is a common side. And OA is equals to OB. These are radius to a circle. These are radius to a circle. So according to side angle side congruency, rule, we can say that triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP. So these two are congruent. So we can write by CPCT AP is equals to BP. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. CPCT stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this is the theorem statement what we have to prove. Thank you.